Good morning everyone. In the last video we have discussed about the periodic trend and there we have discussed about the atomic radius, how the atomic radius vary in period as well as in the group. And there we have said that when we move in a period from left to right, the atomic radius decreases due to increasing effective nuclear charge. And when we move from top to bottom, the atomic radius increases due to the increasing shielding effect, due to increasing screening effect. Some exceptions were also there. For example, gallium have the smaller radius than the aluminum, and that was due to the greater effective nuclear charge and lesser shielding effect generated by the entry of the electron in the inner d subshell. Now we are going to discuss about the ionic radius, especially in the case of the isoelectronic species. Then first, what are the isoelectronic species? As the term suggests, iso means same, electronic means having electrons. The species having same number of electrons are called isoelectronic species. Then how the radius vary in the case of isoelectronic species? Whether it remains same or the follow same trend as it was following in the case of the neutral atoms, or it will be little different. We are trying to discuss about it. So we are taking some of the examples of the isoelectronic species and trying to discuss about the radius of these of the systems. Here I have taken some of the species. When you will see the first one, that is the nitrogen, having atomic number 7 with 3 electron as a negative charge. So the total number of electron with this species will be 10. When you will see the condition of oxygen, atomic number 8 having 2 negative charge. So the total number of electron in the system is again 10. Same in the case of fluorine, 9 atomic number, 1 negative charge. So the total number of electrons are 10. Neon is a neutral species having 10 electron in their cells. The sodium having atomic number 11 and 1 positive charge, that means the loss of 1 electron is taking place, and as a result this one also have the same number of electron, that is 10. And when you will see the magnesium, atomic number 12 having 2 positive charge, so again this one have the same number of electron. So these are the species having same number of electrons are called isoelectronic species. So when we were talking about the radius, we have discussed two things: shielding effect and effective nuclear charge. Along with that, the interelectronic repulsion was the final topic on which we have discussed. When you will see the electronic configuration, when you will see the electronic hindrance, interelectronic repulsion or the shielding effect, you will find that all of these are the species having same electronic configuration, that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. If we will show according to the board, it will be 2 and 8. So the number of electron in both the cells are identical for all these of the system, all the isoelectronic species. So when we are talking about the interelectronic repulsion, when we are talking about the shielding effect, we will find that the interelectronic repulsion and the shielding effect will be same. That means whatever the repulsive forces are acting, that must remain same. But what's about the attraction? What's about the nuclear charge? When we will talk about the nuclear charge, the sodium have 7 protons in their nucleus, because the charges are not varying the number of protons. The oxygen have 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So the number of protons are going to increase. And when we have discussed about the force of attraction, that is F, that is proportional to Q1 and Q2, that is the two charges. And if it is proportional to Q1 and Q2, surely the attraction forces are increasing, and with the increase of the attraction force, the size of the radius is going to decrease. अट्रैक्शन फोर्स बढ़ेगा, श्योरली सिस्टम इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को अपनी तरफ ज़्यादा फोर्स के साथ अट्रैक्ट करेगा तो साइज छोटा हो जाएगा, बिकॉज शील्डिंग इफेक्ट भी नहीं चेंज हो रहा और इंटर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक रिपल्सन भी कम नहीं हो रहा, कम या ज़्यादा नहीं हो रहा. सो विद द इंक्रीज ऑफ द एटॉमिक number, the size, the radius of the system will decrease. So you can say in the case of the isoelectronic species, the size, that is the radius, is inversely proportional to atomic number. For what type of species? Only for the isoelectronic species. Then in the case of isoelectronic species, the radius of the atom is inversely proportional to their atomic number. If the atomic number will be greater, the atomic radius will be smaller, and if the atomic number will be smaller, the atomic radius must be greater. Then this is the sequence in the case of the isoelectronic species. Now we are going to discuss about the metallic property, that is the electropositivity. First of all, what do you mean by the electropositivity or metallic nature? We say the tendency to donate electron is called the electropositivity or the metallic character. A metal is that substance which have the tendency to donate electron. So what is the tendency to donate electron? That will be called the metallic property, that will be called the electropositivity. Now we are trying to discuss about the metallic property of the elements with the period. That means how the metallic property or electropositivity increases or decreases moving left to right in a period. So we are again going to take the example of the second period, and in that one we are trying to discuss about the electropositivity of the element. Here are the elements from the second period. The elements are the lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine. These are the 7 elements. I have not taken the neon, which is an inert gas element. So we are not going to discuss about the property of the element. When you will discuss about these of the elements, what are the property of these of the element, what are the ionization enthalpy of these of the element, then we will discuss on 2 bases. That is the force of attraction and the repulsive forces. When you will talk about the force of attraction, what are the force of attraction is working, then Coulomb say that F equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught K Q1 Q2 by R square, as you have studied in your physics classes. Or you can say that the F is proportional to Q1 Q2 and F is inversely proportional to R square. When you will discuss about the first condition, that is the Q1 and Q2, we take Q1 as a single electron and Q2 as a nuclear charge. When you will see the nuclear charge, in the case of lithium, 3 units of nuclear charge is there, beryllium 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. That means moving from left to right, the nuclear charge is going to increase. And with the increasing nuclear charge, the force of attraction is also going to increase. With the increasing force of attraction, the radius will decrease. That means according to system, the radius is going to decrease. That means here again the force of attraction is going to increase. With the decreasing radius, due to increasing effective nuclear charge, the force of attraction is getting stronger. जब force of attraction strong होगा, whether it will be easier to remove the electron? Surely not. So when we move from left to right, size decreases, effective nuclear charge increases, and as a result, the tendency to lose electron becomes lesser. It becomes difficult to lose the electron. So you can say when we move from left to right, the tendency to lose electron decreases. That means the decrease in metallic property takes place. So moving from left to right, the metallic property decreases, that is the electropositivity decreases. But what happens when we are moving from top to bottom? When we move from top to bottom, the first thing, what's about the atomic radius? The next one is sodium, having greater size, potassium even greater, rubidium, cesium. So the size is going to increase, and we have said that F is inversely proportional to R square. As the radius is going to increase, the force of attraction is decreasing. And if the force of attraction is decreasing, it will become easier to lose electron. That means the ionization enthalpy is going to decrease, or the metallic property is going to increase. The next thing, when we will talk about the other factors, when we will talk about the shielding effect, the sodium, the lithium have only one shielding effect for the valence shell electron. For the sodium, there are two shielding effects. For the potassium, three shielding effect. For the next one more shielding effect. So with the moving down the group, the shielding effect is increasing. That means the force which is responsible to repel the electron, that is increasing. With the repelling force, with the greater amount of the repulsion, the system must have the greater tendency to lose electron. That means the system have the greater electropositivity, greater metallic property. So when we move from top to bottom, the metallic property increases. And the first one is due to the smaller size and greater nuclear charge, and moving from top to bottom due to the greater size and increasing shielding effect. So these are the two factors on the basis of which we are going to discuss about the metallic property. So it is the metallic property or the electropositivity. In the next video, we will discuss about the ionization enthalpy as well as the electronegativity of the system. Till then, bye. Have a nice day.